Hi everyone. Today we're going to tell you in this video how to create a good and a certified LinkedIn profile. You must all be knowing about LinkedIn. It is a social media platform, especially for your career growth. It's just like any other job portal, but it has a wider reach since it's very much professional. So marketers generally spend a lot of time and energy in building their brands. So LinkedIn is kind of a personal branding because when you are sending yourself to a place where you need to work or you need to intern somewhere, you will have to create a profile. It's just like when you go to a store or a shop, you try to buy something, you tend to look at the quality of the product, and first thing that you notice is the brand. So when recruiters look at your profile, they also look at something like that. They look at quality. They look at the things you have achieved. So that's kind of personal branding. So yes, so LinkedIn profile has to be a great one so that you stand out of the crowd. So just few steps which are quick and easy to get you a good LinkedIn profile. Step one, and the very vital step, is choosing a very right profile picture for your LinkedIn account. You cannot just leave it blank or keep a very hazy picture. It's not necessary that you need to keep a picture in your formal outfit. Like here you can see on the screen, even I don't have a picture in a formal outfit. It's from a outing maybe, but the picture is clear. It shows that this is me and it shows how I am. So a picture with a straight face can be fine, but it will be better if you don't leave it blank. Many people tend to leave it blank, but it creates a bad impression. So you can go with a good profile picture, and that's a very foremost step to get someone attracted to your profile. The second basic step is adding a background picture or the cover picture. Like in the screen, you can see, since I am from the recruiting department, I have added something called as we are hiring. It's something very basic. You can get it from the internet. A cover photo is something that is related to your personality, maybe to your studies, maybe to your passion, to your career, or maybe to your thought process, what you like to do, what kind of a person you are, what kind of things you relate to. It can be a quote, it can be a saying, it can be your own thing, it can be a catch up line. But yes, keep it a bit decent, not something like you put it on your social media, not like that, but something very basic, decent, and something relatable so that your profile seems a bit complete. So after these two basic steps, we move on to the summary part. So a summary like is something you can refer to as about. You can see there is a section called as about. You can add something like a story from your college or maybe from your career that seems like it should seem like a small story of your entire professional career, maybe studies, maybe internship, maybe job, or any kind of part time. So you can tell what you are doing right now, what are your future goals, what you emphasize upon, what you do, what you don't do, and all that. It should be totally career and professional oriented, no beating around the bush, no stories. You can just put something which is crisp, and it should be brief, small, 50 words maybe. Like I have added a very small one here. I've added a quote says that education is what remains after a person forgets everything they had learned at school. This is a quote from Albert Einstein, and I really emphasize upon this. I really follow this thing, so I've added it here because very well relevant to my career as well as my education. So, moving forward, you can always, after putting the summary, you can add some buzzwords into your summary, which can give it a very, you can stand out of the crowd. You can add words like focused, leadership, specialized, strategic, experience, passionate, and many more. I am here to name only few. You must be having many more words. Like, do not copy from somewhere, but yes, please try to research upon it, like what kind of good vocabulary you can get for your LinkedIn summary, so that it is appealing to the one who visits. The next step would be growing your network. You are here for networking. What else? So if you don't grow your network, it is pointless to have a LinkedIn profile, because the more you grow network wise on LinkedIn, the more prospects or the more opportunities you gather, right? So growing a network can be a tedious task initially, but once you get in the flow, you can always have an easy way to find how to grow your network. So initially, for beginners, You can send connection requests to your friends, colleagues, people you know around, and about someone from your college, from your professors, your colleagues who were with you while you were interning, maybe in your first job, or someone you really know, like who are your first hand connection, first degree connections, it is called in LinkedIn life. So after when you get to know these people, you can build more connections by getting to know their connection. We have a feature called as friends of friends on social media. So it's similar kind of here. The first degree, the second degree connection, and the third degree connection. So you can grow it steadily. Like you can send around 100 requests, connection requests per week if you are a non-premium user. So by that way you would grow your network. Like it took me time as well to get connections of this number, but yes, it is not very difficult. You can always build it, because a profile with more number of connections tends to attract more prospects. So the next part, it is a very vital stage, adding your skills. You can always add your skills to what you have done. Like I have added three major skills, which is human resource, sales and marketing, and communication, and also two soft skills, which is written communication and presentation. I am good at presentations, I am good at my vocab, I am good at written communication, so I have added that. You can add yours, and trust me, adding skills work at their best. You can always add them and make your profile stand out, because that is something that shows what you are proficient at. How will the person get to know what you are good at without knowing you? So they can just have a look at your profile and then understand, yes, this person can do this or do that. By doing this, you are suitable for that role, maybe. The next step is adding your accomplishments. You can add any kind of awards or honors that you were given, any courses that you have done, anything that is very different from others. Please do not add something that is a very small competition from school. Add something which was done on a large scale and a bit recent one. I'm not saying very recent, but not very old as well. I have added something from 2018, 2019, and 20 as well. So you can add something like that. If you are a pass out of this year, you can add something from 2016 as well, maybe 17. So in that way, you will make your profile complete. There are three stages when you try to build a LinkedIn profile. One is the beginner, the intermediate, and the complete one. So after you add accomplishments, skills, your education, where have you studied from, where you're working at. After that, you will get a scale. It's kind of a scale which shows that the point keeps moving from intermediate to beginner. Once it's complete, the point vanishes. You won't see it on my profile. Initially, I had that when I was a beginner as well, but then when it was 100%, it vanished. So after that, you can take tests. At the end of this page, you will find so many options from LinkedIn only, where you can take small tests, and you will get badges for that. For example, if I take a test regarding the Excel sheet or maybe the Microsoft PowerPoint, and they'll ask me a few questions and I can answer that. And if I cross 80% of marks, I'll get a badge. And that is really an accomplishment, really, trust me, because that will make your profile, more defined and more it'll be very you'll have a very brief and crispiness in your profile. So that is something you can always do. And the last and the most important thing, keep posting what you're doing. Never leave your profile blank and never vanish away. Like you keep socializing on social media on a daily basis, please keep socializing on LinkedIn as well. Post something from your college. If you are at college, then maybe something from an award ceremony, from a convocation, maybe a marathon, or maybe a fitness drive, anything it could be. And if you are working, then well and good, you can post something award ceremony from your office, an appraisal, or if you have got a freebie or a goodie from your office, a gift, a Diwali celebration picture with your colleagues, maybe something like that. So yeah, you can add this, and then you will keep yourself active on the page all the time. You won't just vanish from the page, and this way you can always stay in touch with your connections. So these are some few steps to get a basic profile done when you are a beginner. I hope this helps, and I hope this is easy and convenient for you. Next, we will be moving forward for building a grip network on the Mycredible info. So I think we will begin with that. This is the sign-in page, and these are some major guidelines that I'll be discussing with you on how to create an account on the MyCredible info. To begin with, the Credible Info is a web app developer. It's developed by True Certificates. It's a document verification partner that we are using. The Sparks Foundation is a part of this, and you will get an update on whether your details are verified or not if you create an account on MyCredible Info. This is basically sponsored by one of its partners, the TSF, which is the Sparks Foundation, and this ensures that this is a very reliable network. So the first and very important stage is the account creation on TSF. So for that, you have to use your email address, go to the MyCredible Info page, put it on that, and agree to the terms and conditions. And by doing this, you will get an OTP. So let me check the OTP that I have received so that I can go even forward. So after entering the OTP, you can see that this is a new profile. So it's 0% complete. The strength shows 0% complete because I haven't filled anything. So by this way, you create an account. So after creating an account, you can always fill in your details like education, work experience, training or certificates and other documents. You can add a profile picture to it and then you can save it afterwards. There is a guideline that shows what type of picture and in which way it has to be. It cannot be a cropped picture, it cannot be side faced. Your head should be within the frame and your complete face should be in the frame. So you can see here which is right and which is wrong. The person has his old face and that's the correct, and this picture, which is the second one, has only a portion of his face which is not right. So you can understand like what kind of picture you have to put, a straight face. Then we go to the education qualification. You have to put which school you were in, the exact name with correct spelling, and then you have to put your school city. Then you have to upload a document regarding the same, like you must be having a passing out certificate showing that you have passed out in so and so year. So you have to upload a document giving a verification regarding the same. Like if you have passed out from DPS, you have to give a document regarding that. I hope you understand. Then same goes with the city name, the stream which you were in, and your year of passing. Then if you have a website for your college and the official one, if you would like to give a description, you can. Then a contact name, maybe the head of the school, this principal, or maybe the one who handles everything regarding certificates, you can give their information. Next, the second step is that when you create a account on MyCredible Info, the TSF, which is the Sparks Foundation, would pay the true certificates to verify your details. Like we will be verifying your details, and this normally takes around 20 days, 20 to 25 days. But if you need a quicker verification, then you may have to upgrade your profile to a premium membership on the MyCredible Info. By this way, you will get your profile done within a day or maybe two, and very quickly you will have an advantage over others who are free users. And this is the price you have to pay for getting yourself a premium membership, which is rupees 280. And this is for a total of 12 months. Moving on, not being able to save details. So you can, if your details are not being saved even after repeated entry, you can try by changing your browser to complete the profile. If that doesn't work as well, you can wait for some time and reload the server, because due to heavy demand, there's technical issues sometimes. So the server goes down and we'll have to look into it, and it's just a matter of minutes and then it gets back to normal. So You can do that. You can try changing your web page, or you can try after some time. This will surely help you to save your details in case they are not getting saved. The fourth step, which you can see on the screen, is linking your. This is a very frequent question that students ask, that is linking our social media profiles a mandate? Is it compulsory? So no, it is not mandatory, but advisable, which means that in case you add them, you'll have an advantage. It's better to have a strong profile, right? Like if you have everything complete, and during internships you'll be using your LinkedIn profile to ask doubts, so that would be better if you could add a LinkedIn profile. It's the same way you can grow your network as well as complete your profile. It's an add-on advantage. So it is advisable to add it. Otherwise, it's your choice. Going on to the next step, it is the fifth one, which means you have to what are contact name, official email, and designation. So these are the ones by which they mean your contact designation, like what you're doing right now, what education, which school or college are you from, and certificates regarding the same. This is the designation, department, salary. If you're working, then you have to put in your salary and current company, website, and etc. Whatever details is required. And if you don't, then you can always stick on to your school or college. School education, no official website or email. If your school has no working website, please share the details of your high school board, which is CBSE or ICSE. To maintain the privacy of your documents, please do not share the contact details of any unauthorized teacher or friend. If in case there is a section which asks for the website of your school and your school doesn't have one, because there are many schools like the government ones or the central government ones who don't have a working website sometimes. So that's not a case to worry. You can just leave it blank. And in case you feel that I can give the contact detail of a friend who has studied with me, or a teacher who has taught me there, or my principal, that is not advisable. You should not, I repeat, you should not give their details, their personal number, their email ID. It is just not required. You can skip the section. And the next, in case if you are having an invalid URL, you have to just cross check that you are adding the HTTPS or the one which is shown on the screen. You can copy paste the URL from the web bar. For example, the given example, you can just have a look, is invalid. But however, if you add the HTTPS block, then it goes as a correct URL. So you need to make sure of this. The next, degree is not complete. If you are in your last year, if you're pursuing the degree and you haven't completed it, then there's nothing to worry. You can just upload a semester document or fill other details in the education system without uploading the degree. By this, it is obviously understood that yes, you are still pursuing. Okay, if the documents are not uploading, then you can downsize the document or use a different format. Maybe your document would have a higher size, and that is why it's not getting uploaded. So you can just reduce the size of your document or try in other formats. Like if you're uploading a PDF, and it's if you're uploading a JPG and it's not getting uploaded, you can try with the PDF or with the PNG later on. So in that way, you will definitely get a format which successfully uploads on the website. So the next question that arises is how many documents to upload? You have to upload all your important documents. You cannot skip any. You have to put everything related to your college, your degree of completion, your work experience from the past, joining letter if any, and the latest salary slip. Because these might seem like a lot of documents, but then you cannot skip any, because however these are vital parts of your career or your academics. So if you just skip them, there won't be any clarity about what exactly you have done or what exactly you are doing. So it's very much mandatory to upload all the important documents. That's something you have to keep in mind. Certificates are kind of two, like these days you have online certificates, offline certificates. If you have certificates from online sites like Coursera, Udemy, edX, DataChamp, or maybe Google, which is offering certification courses, you can upload them on your LinkedIn profile. You really need not upload it on your Mycredible info, because they are a course. You haven't officially done it from your college, so yes, you can upload it on your LinkedIn to get a better view. Like I told you in my previous lecture, right? That you can get better views by uploading any kind of courses you have done. So this is your chance. You can put this on your LinkedIn profile. Yes. So what kind of document to upload? Multiple documents can be uploaded. For example, you can upload your mark sheet, your passing certificate, your diploma certificate or degree if you have done that as a proof that this is your academic qualification, because without a proof or without a certificate, no college or school releases its students. So you must be having a certificate regarding the same. So you have to upload it. So you can see the list. There is a list of documents which is related to education, work experience, and training experience. There can be multiple certificates. So you can go through this slide or this part of the document to understand what kind of documents you have to actually upload. Again, coming back to the point which I mentioned earlier, that what is a valid picture? You have a profile picture captured in front of your face, which should not be blurred. You can click it like in whatever clothes you have. It shouldn't be a group picture, of course. It shouldn't be a group picture. You have to stay solo and you have to have a straight face with the full face in the frame, including your forehead, your chin, and everything else. It cannot be a side face also. So that way you have a proper picture. You can skip the goals section if you don't want to fill any, and if you want to fill, then it's obviously your choice. Then request for a verification button. After you have uploaded your certificates, you have filled every column, you can go to the block where you'll find a button called as the request for verification button for a specific record. You can specifically click on that after filling up the correct details and go for verification. How often would you, or how will you know that your profile is verified or not? A completely verified profile means that all records in the profile are verified and marked with a green tick. It's simple, right? If your information is correct and legitimate, you'll have a green tick on your details. So this ensures that your profile is verified or your detail is verified. You will see a green tick on every record you submit, your school name, college name, internship, or maybe joining letter. If that is verified, you will get a green tick besides it. If it is not verified, you will get a mail regarding the same. We always advise you to get as many records as you can get verified. Since we are paying for this verification, you do not have to pay now. Later on, the company may charge for the verification, but then obviously we are first taking up the pay of charges. So it is advisable, and it is kind of a it is kind of a small tip that you can take of uploading all the relevant certificates to get a better and easier verified profile. This will help you in the future aspect, because you will then know that your profile is complete and you have a verified document. You can share this anywhere else also, right? So yes, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.